The following is a live sports presentation on Glycod.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky high school basketball on Glycod. Tonight, it's the visiting Sayre Spartans against the Frederick Douglass Broncos. I'm Keith Elkins, along with Terrence Commodore, whose coaching background includes time on the staffs at Eastern Kentucky University and the University of Kentucky. Played his high school ball at a traditional power, Mason County. Terrence, it's good to have you with us tonight. And in this ball game tonight, Douglass, of course, a powerhouse this year in the 11th region. Sayre has struggled somewhat, but that'll be a challenge for them tonight as they take on this Douglass team.
Yeah, Keith, it's great to be here tonight. I think Douglass is looking to try to get on track and try to make a run at the state this year, so this will be an important game for them.
Well, let's take a look at some players that we can watch for. Of course, Douglass has a number of players that are fine athletes and have contributed a lot, but it really starts with DeMarcus Surratt, doesn't it?
DeMarcus is a phenomenal player. I really think Bellarmine is getting a steal with him going there. They're just a talented team overall, but he really makes them go.
So we'll look for him tonight. And, of course, Dakari Talbert, who's also an outstanding football player, has really come on in basketball here over the last several weeks and taken a leadership role on this team, and he's one to watch as well, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of tell, like, once January rolled around, he started getting his basketball legs under him. Phenomenal two-sport star, and he'll be an important piece for them going forward if they want to make their ultimate goal of winning the region.
And as we said, Sayre has struggled, an 0-7 record in district play, but the Spartans are going to play hard, and they've got some guys who can lead them on the floor too, and one of them is John Gaines, and we'll watch for him tonight. Yeah,
he's had a pretty good season for them. He'll have to play extremely well for them to be competitive tonight, and you never know. I think he got a chance to do it.
All right, it's Sayre and Frederick Douglass, and we'll have much more on our pregame show as we continue from Frederick Douglass High School. We'll hear from both coaches, we'll get the game plans, and we'll have the starting lineups for you before we get underway here tonight at Frederick Douglass High School on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
talking with Coach Rob Goodman of Sayre, and Coach, every team, every coach faces challenges. You got a big one tonight at Douglas, but how would you describe where your team is right now in terms of the point of view of the coach?
You know, we've been playing better. We knew the challenges coming into this season. We knew we lost a lot from last year, and we knew it was going to take some time for the chemistry and things to evolve. We still have to work on our toughness. You know, last game against Bryan Station, giving up all those offensive rebounds. It's you know, we know what we've got to do. It's just a matter of getting it done. And yes, tonight's another challenge in this difficult district and difficult region, but every night's a challenge. You know, every team is a challenge here. So, you know, that's what we signed up for, and you know, we've got to figure out how to compete again. So
I would guess a coach in that situation has to make sure that the players are continuing to respond, continuing to try to do what you want them to do. And do you see that on your team?
I do. I really do. And again, you just got to keep reminding them what we're facing and who we're going against and what our goals are. Because again, you know, ironically, somebody today shared with me a schedule from 1977, and it looks nothing like our schedule today, right? I mean, you know, it's a lot different, and I'm proud of the way our program has evolved. But you know, again, we knew this was going to sort of be a rebuilding year, and. But I'm very proud of, as of late, how we've responded. You know, take away the Bryan Station game, but I think outside of that, we've had a couple of good weeks of some good games, and looking forward to hopefully competing here tonight.
Tell me about the guys who have been leaders on your team, guys that you need to count on to get done what you want to do.
Well, I mean, you start with we'll start with our point guard, Caden Jones. You know, he's an instrumental part of our team. He's athletic enough to compete at a high level. You know, just trying to keep him from trying to do too much himself is the challenge some nights. But he's capable of breaking down anybody at any given time. You know, his running mate Will Johnson has been very steady and very solid for us. But then when we get into scoring, it's really, you know, we rely on John Gaines, who has really stepped up this year, and we knew we were waiting for him to explode and have those moments. But he finally has figured out how to create his own shot when he needs to, and but then also look for his teammates. But he's a heck of a player, and looking forward to how he finishes out this year and gets ready for next year. Kenji Berger, who is you know, the poor young man has waited his time, and then he's, you know, last couple of weeks has dealt with some other injuries. So he can have a dynamic night at any time. You know, he's capable of putting up 25, 30 points on any given night. So, you know, it sure would be helpful to have that tonight. And then, of course, Savion Staley has been with us for the last 3 years and had a great career at Sayre, and you know, we need him. You know, we need him to rebound. We need him to hit threes. You know, he prefers to be outside, obviously, but you know, with his height, you know, he can go inside and do some damage. So we need that from him.
All right, thanks a lot. Good
Absolutely,
luck.
thank you.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Communication is really important on a team because you have to know what everybody's doing, even when it's not your job. You just really want to work as one unit, and whenever you can do that, the team is at its best. I think staying active helps me to be my best self by keeping me disciplined. Being able to look back whenever I go to bed at night, checking all the things off that I've done that day, it creates the best me. My name is Trent Noah, and I'm better without it.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, glad you joined us on Glycod tonight. I'm Keith Elkins alongside Terrence Commodore for the game, and our producer is Jackson Miller. Our camera operator tonight is John Strange. That's your Glycod crew. Again, we appreciate you being with us. Time to take a look at the game plan tonight for both of these teams. Game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. Let's go to Terrence for the Sayre game plan.
I think the key for Sayre tonight is to value the basketball. Douglas really thrives off live ball turnovers and converting that to offense. And if they get out ahead of you, they're a hard team to come back on. You also need to slow the game down, limit their offensive possessions. I don't think they want to get in a fast-paced game with Douglas and all their athletes and talent. And I think one of the keys to pulling an upset off is for teams of all levels to make a lot of threes. So I think they need to make the three-point shot, value that in order to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, you mentioned the live ball turnovers, and a team like Douglas, they can score some points in a hurry, can't they, and blow things open? Yeah,
they really thrive off that. They'll get out in transition. They got a lot of athletes. They play above the rim, and that gives them a lot of energy.
Well, what about the Douglas game plan tonight? What do they need to do to take charge of this one?
I think Douglas needs to focus on playing fast, up-tempo, sort of trying to get their rhythm for the long haul. I think they need to work on their ball movement this game. It will allow them to prepare for more stiffer competition in the region, and also continue to play up-pressure defense. Their defense creates a lot of havoc, and they really thrive off that. I think that's really the key component to them being successful this year. A lot of people look at their offensive guys, Surratt and all those guys, but when they're flying around creating havoc on defense, that's when they're at their best.
All right, that's the game plan tonight for Sayre and for Douglas. Our game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. This broadcast is authorized by Frederick Douglass High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more in a moment, including comments from Douglas coach Murray Garvin right after this on Glycod.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man o' War Harley Davidson, where the ride begins.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Talking with Frederick Douglass coach Murray Garvin, and Murray, we're watching the young players come up here in the preliminary before the varsity game tonight. What are you looking for as varsity coach when you watch a game like this up close?
Well, when you watch the JV team, you want to see what guys are catching on to what it takes to be a varsity player, if they're playing with great intensity, those type of attributes that you want them to be able to carry over, that when they do become varsity players, it's not a big adjustment.
Playing the varsity game tonight is against Sayre, of course. They are winless in the district, but you got to play all of them on the court. What's your message to your team when that's the situation?
We got to get 1% better each possession of the game. I don't care if we're playing the YMCA Bullfrogs. You have to play with integrity. We have some big games coming up, and there's no bigger one than the one tonight. So we can't overlook anybody. Coach Goodman's an outstanding coach, and he's going to have his guys ready to play. We got to be ready to play as well.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about who's going really well for your team right now. Who's there approaching the point where you want them to be?
That's a good question. Right now, I'm an unsatisfied coach, Keith. We're getting better. We're competing better. We're trying to value the basketball every possession. I think as a team, we're growing. With that layoff that we had due to the snow and ice storm, it kind of delayed the process. But really, everybody in this region's kind of dealing with the same layoff, so it's no excuse. So we've been working hard, and we're seeing some of the fruits of our labor.
As you get into practice sessions, when we get this close to the tournament, do you make them more intense for a shorter period of time, or do you make any adjustment at all from what you did, say, in December?
Oh, no. Practices are much shorter. It's a lot more preparation for your upcoming opponent, more than a lot of reps right now. we are really, really emphasizing mental preparation and being physically ready to play. And that's a big part of late February tournament basketball, is being ready.
And what about the mental preparation? How does that work? What do you have to remind players of in order to be at their peak mentally?
Yeah, any given night, your opponent can have a game. You have to be there mentally locked in so you don't have any lapse, or you let a team that's not as talented than you pop up and beat you. We're about to the one and done part of the season where you can lose, your season can be over. So we want to play the game of basketball with great integrity and try to finish the season the best way we can.
Is your message to your team on a game like this to take charge early, to try to take command early of this game?
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to mention in the locker room here in a few minutes, is that you got to be locked in and you got to set the tone early in the game. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, and we'll see how our young men respond.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, just a few minutes away from game time as Douglass takes on Sayre tonight. The Broncos 5-1 in the 42nd district, and the Sayre Spartans come in at 0-7. Keith Elkins along with Terrence Commodore. And Terrence, I'm sure over your coaching experience, you've been on both sides of the coin here. One where Douglass is favored, and they've got the kind of team that they hope to go make a deep run in this state tournament coming up. Whereas Sayre, it's been a bit of a struggle this year, but you got to go out and play. And Rob Goodman said he's pleased with how his players have responded to this type of situation. But it is a difficult situation to face, isn't it?
It's a tall mountain to climb. But these guys just got to lock in, and if the favorite always won, there will be no reason to play the games.
Right.
Had a situation when I was coaching in college at Evansville. We played University of Kentucky, they was #1, and we actually came in and pulled off the upset. So anything can happen.
A lot of people around here remember that one. Yeah, I think in introducing you, I neglected to mention your Evansville experience, but that's a great basketball tradition over there too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big-time tradition. Those people really love basketball. State of Indiana, kind of like Kentucky, man. It's big time.
Yeah. Well, this Douglas team, as I mentioned, they're wanting to certainly be heard from in the tournament. They've got the kind of team that can be, and they appear to be putting things together now. It always takes a little while, especially if you've got, as they do, some football athletes that may not be quite as sharp in basketball as they want to be until a few weeks into the season, but they seem to be there now.
Yeah, they seem to be getting there now. I think they were starting to hit their peak before that snowstorm came in and kind of derailed everybody. Like Coach Garvin said on the pregame, everybody was derailed from that, but I think they're starting to get there, and they're one of the teams that has a chance to cut down the nets in 11 free.
We talked a little bit about DeMarcus Surratt in our intro, but it is a lot of fun to watch him play. He's got such great athletic ability, and he can hit from outside. You can see him drive down the lane and give us a big highlight dunk if that's what's called for. But he also seems to play within the team system very well.
Yeah, absolutely. He does a great job of finding his spots, getting everybody involved, and he knows when he needs to take over and put his foot on the gas.
So Douglas features I mentioned Dakari Talbert in the intro before, but DeMarcus Surratt, 19.5 points a game and 5 rebounds a game. Dakari Talbert makes him go, too, 8 points a ball game and a lot of speed out there. We saw Nate Cohen the other night, the big man, 6'6" senior, and he had a big game against Henry Clay on Tuesday night when we were here for that game. Big left-hander and seems to operate well, playing with more confidence all the time. He can be a big factor for them.
Yeah, I think so, too. He gives them size that they need to compete against some of the better teams in the region, such as Madison Central and Bryan Station. And he's had a great senior year so far, and I think Coach Garvin was expecting that, and he's lived up to it.
And Tate Robinson gives them another weapon, a 6'3" senior, and shooting 44% from three-point range. That's good in anybody's league, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always a place on the court for a shooter like that, especially shooting that. He shoots it at a high clip. He's very dangerous, and he allows the floor to be spaced, so you can't really just sag off and guard DeMarcus when he's driving, because if you leave him, he's going to knock it down.
Yeah, Tate Robinson, an excellent shooter, comes in averaging 12 points a ball game, had 23 against Madison Central back in December. His father, of course, he comes from a basketball line. His father is part of the University of Kentucky staff, and they came in from Utah with Mark Pope, and Tate Robinson now in his second year at Douglas, and starting for this team that is hoping for a good showing in the tournament and has some high goals this year too. These coaches, we have 2 veteran coaches. Murray Garvin has a lot of college experience, coached at South Carolina State, was the MEAC Coach of the Year during his tenure there. And Rob Goodman, long time with the Sayre program and has been associated with Sayre School since he was as a student there. He had some other positions away from Sayre, but has been the head coach now for a good long tenure in his 13th season. Coaching matchups, I'm sure, since you're a coach, that's always interesting to look at too, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting. I think both these guys have been around so long, he probably can't throw anything at them that they can't see. They both do a great job of preparing their teams, giving them a great scout on the other team, and their players just have to go out there on the court and execute it.
That's Sayre and Douglas tonight. Let's take a look at those starting lineups. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family. And for the visiting Sayre Spartans, it'll be John Gaines, number 1, 5'10" junior, averaging 10.6 points a game. Caden Jones will wear number 3, a 5'8" senior. Savion Staley, a 6'6" senior, wears number 4. They'll be joined in the lineup by A.J. Corrigan, number 33, a 6'2" sophomore. And the other starter for Sayre is number 0, Will Johnson, 5'7" junior. That's the starting lineup for Coach Rob Goodman's Sayre team. For Frederick Douglass tonight, DeMarcus Surratt wears number 3. He's a 6'3" senior, averaging 19.5 points a game. He'll be joined in that lineup by number 13, Tate Robinson, a 6'3" senior, averaging 12 points a game. Nate Cohen wears number 12, a 6'6" senior. He averages 8 points a ball game, had 16 the other night against Henry Clay. Thurman Wade, 6'2" junior, and 8 points a game average for Thurman Wade. And Dakari Talbert, now up to 8 points a ball game, a 5'10" junior, had 22 in the game against Madison Central back in January, and of course a terrific football player for the Frederick Douglass football team, which has done a lot of damage in Kentucky high school football over the last several years under Nathan McPeak. We're coming up just a few minutes away from game time now, and as we read over those starters, Terrence, and a lot of good individual players. We should see some highlights tonight, and of course, we want to see Sayre attempt to compete with this team that probably has them outmanned by a little bit. But on the other hand, as you said, you got to play them on the floor.
You got to play them. You got to prepare like you going into the game with the mindset that you can beat these guys. But on the other hand, Douglas is, like you said, very extremely talented, high-flying, exciting team to watch, and I'm sure they're itching to get out here on the court and put on a show tonight.
A reminder to you that our starting lineups are brought to you by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family. Douglas will be in the white uniforms tonight. The Broncos continue to fire away at the basket down to our right from our location for the Glycod broadcast tonight. Sayre in the dark blue uniforms down to the left. The Spartans come in with a record of 9 wins, 17 losses, 0-7 in the 42nd district this year. Douglas 14-6, and they are 5-1 in 42nd district play. These two teams met earlier this season, and Douglas was the winner in that one, 55-44, so not a terribly lopsided win for the Broncos in that first one. Our officiating crew near center court tonight, Scott Kendall, Henry Lane, and Don Werner, as we get set for basketball here at Douglas, and tournament time nears. And of course, we invite you to visit glycod.com and check out all the games available on Glycod as we cover the regular season and tournament basketball as well for glycod.com. And we're glad to have you with us tonight. I'm Keith Elkins. Terrence Commodore is alongside tonight. Jackson Miller is our producer, and John Strange, our camera operator.
Our Friday night basketball action between the Sayre Spartans.
So we're going to get the introductions here shortly and have the anthem, and we'll be underway from Frederick Douglass High School, so stay with us, and we'll be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza. Take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Getting the introduction of the starting lineups to the fans here at Frederick Douglass High School tonight. The Sayre Spartans being introduced.
Number 4, Savion Staley.
Savion Staley, the latest to be introduced. We have Caden Jones.
Head coach of the Spartans, Rob Goodman.
And Coach Rob Goodman. John Gaines, a starter for Sayre. A.J. Corrigan, Will Johnson rounding out that starting lap for the Spartans. And now the lights dim. We'll get the introduction of the home team, the Frederick Douglass Broncos.
Welcome to the ball. The starting lineups now for your
They were 11th region champions
starting first,
in 2023 and state semifinalists. 11th region semifinalists in 2024 and runners-up in 2021, 2022, and 2025. And reached the 11th region quarterfinals in 2020. So Douglas, although this
senior guard.
Current version of Frederick Douglass has not been around long. The Douglas Broncos are quickly establishing a basketball tradition and football as well.
And in the middle, a senior, number 12, Nate.
And they are hoping for some big things from this particular team, which has a good number of seniors. They start 3 seniors, Surratt, Robinson, and Cohen, along with 2 juniors, Wade and Talbert. Terry Cason's another senior who will likely see a lot of action, along with Daniel Impiano. And again, our officiating crew tonight, Scott Kendall, Henry Lane, and Don Werner. Thanks again for being with us on Glycod. We are just about set for basketball at Frederick Douglass High School in Lexington. It'll be Cohen in to jump for Frederick Douglass, and Staley for Sayre. And we are set to go. The ball's in the air, and Douglass gets the first possession. Tate Robinson to Wade for a three-pointer off the right side, and Douglass strikes quickly.
Not the way you want to start if you're Sayre.
Yeah, it took Douglass less than 10 seconds to get a shot in, and that was, I guess, a two-pointer for Thurman Wade. Not a three. 2-0 Douglass. Caden Jones will handle it. Coming up court for Sayre, guarded by Dakari Talbert. Right there with him step for step. Jones down the right side, went to Staley. Now Gaines. Will Johnson is number 0 for Sayre. Corrigan handling the ball on the high post. Sayre has to be patient, don't they, Terrence?
Absolutely. It's pretty long possession for them. I think that's probably their game plan, and it's just the only way they can probably compete with this team tonight.
Driving is Gaines. Jones fires, but has it blocked by Cohen. Jones tracks it down, though. Spartans retain possession. Gaines had it taken away as he drove, and now that's scooped ahead to Talbert. He lays it up and in.
Right on cue. Douglas turns defense to offense. That's what they're great at.
And the Thurman Wade shot turned back into a 3, so now it is 5-0. A 3 by Wade and a layup by Talbert. Broncos out to a 5-point lead. Haven't quite played a minute and a half just yet.
Douglas is doing a great job with their ball pressure, forcing Sayre out on, further out than they can to run their offense.
Gaines moving in, spins, makes a nice move, and gets the layup, and Sayre's on the board. Quick pass up ahead. Robinson has an opening. Rebound to Cohen. Wade fires cross court. Talbert has to go get that one to keep it from going out of bounds. Into Wade and off to Cohen, and missed the shot from the side, but a foul is called. Be on Staley.
Gaines did a great job breaking Douglas's defense down, getting to the rim, finishing, but the guys have to get back quicker as they outletted the ball and got a couple easy chances at layup.
Here's Cohen at the line, comes up empty on the first. He's coming off a 16-point effort against Henry Clay. Second shot good by Cohen. And it's 6-2. Gaines working against Robinson. A long one from outside, no good by Gaines, and the rebound off to Wade, ahead to Robinson, in the middle to Cohen, back to Wade. Can't get the layup, but he'll go to the line.
Great job. That was really unselfish play by Robinson and Cohen, and finding Thurman Wade filling the lane to try to finish at the rim and drew the foul.
Yeah, they really got it going quickly, and the ball never hit the floor. Coaches like that, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Those guys look like thoroughbreds out there running the floor.
Wade, a miss from the line. And the second shot also kicks out of there. Chased down by Jones of Sayre. Spartans come up quickly, but then hold it up. Five and a half to go first quarter. 6-2 Douglas lead. Caden Jones down the lane, put it up going by. A rebound comes off to DeMarcus Surratt. Ahead to Robinson off the left side. Missed the shot, but a foul is called on the rebound. That's on Staley, and that's his second.
Foul is against Staley, that's his second.
No, it's a little more easier said than done, but Sayre's got to do a better job of getting back in transition. Nate Robinson's not going to continue to miss wide open threes.
Into Cole, and he moves it quickly over to the left side. The shot no good by Wade. And it's a Sayre rebound. Spartans down by 4. Caden Jones on the dribble. Staley looked inside for Corrigan a moment ago. Here goes Jones. Finds Johnson on the left wing, but now back outside to Gaines.
Sayre's doing a good job being patient, just trying to find a good open look, which is tough to find against this defense, but they're doing a great job of their patience.
Corrigan into the corner. Long one by Staley is too long. Here comes Surratt for Douglas down the right side of the lane and puts it up and in.
Basket by Surratt.
Big time finish by Sayre. When he's coming downhill, he's very hard to stop.
Keeps it under control and then made a nice move to get the basket. It's 8-2 Douglas. Caden Jones spinning into the lane. Puts it outside to Staley, who drives, puts it up, and no good, but he was fouled.
That's a pretty good call. Robinson got there a little bit late.
Tate Robinson is first.
First on Robinson, first on Douglas. Shot by Staley is good. Look at the second on Douglas, and here's Staley now back up there. Sayre trailing 8-3, make it 8-4.
Checking in, Kinsey Bayer and Bo Perry.
Sayre's going to compete. You know, these guys a lot of these kids are winners. You know, they've won a state championship in football, and they've been very successful, and you know, those type of things carry over.
Here's this basket by Wade. 10-4, Douglas on top. Kenji Berger and Bo Perry into the ball game for Sayre now. Perry 23 and Berger is 2. He's got the ball now. Jones moves to the top of the key and gets it away to Perry for a long one, and he's got it. Bo Perry a 3, and now it's 10-7. Terrence, you mentioned one of the things they'd have to do is hit some threes.
Yeah, three-point shots are a game changer, and that was a big-time shot.
Bo Perry off the bench and gets into the scoring column with a three-pointer. There's a try out of the corner by Talbert. Not good, and the rebound to Berger of Sayre.
Douglas kind of playing into their hands right now, shooting a lot of threes instead of using their athleticism and getting downhill to the rim.
Jones looking for the screen. There is Gaines, ran into some trouble, tries to turn and shoot. It was blocked, and then a whistle, and it'll be a foul. Cohen thought he had a clean block.
Foul is against Cohen. That's his first. Team's third of the quarter.
Sayre running a nice little weave action into a middle screen and roll, getting the switch, trying to take advantage of the mismatch.
Here's Gaines to the line, 58% free throw shooter. Two substitutes for Douglas, Terry Kaysen, Daniel Impiana. Kaysen, number 1, Impiana, number 11. Toby Robinson is in. He's number 24 in white for Douglas. And the shot by Gaines is right there on the second try. Grady LaMonica, another substitute for Sayre. Coach Rob Goodman going to the bench with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. For more substitutions, he'd gone to his bench earlier. A lot of players seeing action for Sayre. There's Surratt weaving his way in, and he's got the basket.
Surratt made it look easy. Coach switched to his zone. I think he'll be upset with that possession, allowing Surratt to get to the rim so easy.
Here is Jones. Yeah, he's going to be tough to stop as he gets close because he can really get off the floor, too, in addition to his height at 6'3".
He has elite athleticism. There's a live ball turnover.
And Impiana has it off to Robinson for the layup. Nicely handled on the fast break. And we'll get a timeout for Sayre. Comes with 1:31 to go in the first quarter. The score is Douglas 14, Sayre 8. And we'll be right back on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. A 14-8 lead for Douglas on the board right now as Caden Jones brings it across against Toby Robinson. There's Berger. He is Sayre's leading scorer at 14 points a game. Missed some time with injuries. Back on the floor now for the Spartans. Johnson drives. Got it into traffic in there, but got it back out. Jones on the drive and outside to LaMonica for the three. High bounce off the rim. Surratt's got it for Douglas. Inside it goes to Toby Robinson, working in there, turns and has it blocked. Here comes Jones for Sayre. Spartans down by 6. An 11-point victory for Douglas in their first meeting.
Great ball pressure right there. They're really making it hard for Sayre to really run any type of offense right now.
Jones off to Perry. Now Jones with an opening, heads for the basket, has to toss it up in there, but he did draw the foul. That's on Impiana.
Foul is against Impiana. That's his first.
Nice job by Jones playing at his pace, didn't allow him to speed him up, got in the lane and drew a foul. Now he needs to convert these free throws.
First one on Impiana and the fourth on Douglas. Shooting foul here. Jones has it kick out a little bit too long.
Jimmy Dick checks in for
There's Jimmy Dick for Douglas. Dick, a 6'1" junior wearing number 30, and he is a threat from three-point range. Too hard on the second one as well, but there is Gaines battling for the rebound. He sticks it back in.
Big time rebound and finish. Those type of plays will keep Sayre in the game tonight.
Long one at the buzzer, and that one is good for Terry Kaysen, who just came in.
Big time shot.
That a big three-pointer right at the buzzer, and that'll give Douglas a 7-point margin, and we will take a break and come right back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
17-10 Douglas as we start the second quarter. Terrence, Sayre showed the patience that they had to show and had it to a 4-point lead before that last second three-pointer, so they'd have to be reasonably pleased, I would think.
Yeah, I think Coach has to be pleased. I think if they cut down a little bit on those turnovers, it might be even more close. But they're doing a good job of competing, and they're not scared of the moment.
Cash Johnson, number 13, into the ball game for Sayre and tosses it into Gaines and then takes it back, and we're underway in the second quarter. A 17-10 lead on the board for Douglas.
Cash is a 7th grader. It'd be interesting to see how he handles this Douglas ball pressure. Really good young talent, though.
Yeah, 7th grade. That's remarkable to be out here competing with varsity players, whether you're competing in practice against your own teammates or against the opposition here. There's Gaines, guarded by Wade. Got a screen from Perry. Down the lane he goes, but has to turn and get rid of it. Perry hangs on, and now here's Gaines again. And Piana after him.
Tough to run a lot of ball screen action against Douglas because they're also interchangeable. They can just switch everything, and it kind of takes it away.
Now a long shot by Berger. Kicks high off the rim. Rebound loose for a moment. Perry on the floor to get it for Sayre. Now Berger will try again. He's got this one. That's a 3.
Three-pointer is the great neutralizer. Always hear Coach Patino saying that.
Make up a difference in a hurry or extend a lead. Scoreboard says 17-12, but the official did clearly signal it a three-pointer, so we'll see how that results long term.
Yeah, he was definitely behind the line, so I think he's going over there to get that corrected now.
So it'll be DeMarcus Surratt at the line when we get back to action. That one settles into the basket for him. He's a 68% free throw shooter. Again, averaging 19.5 a game. Headed for Bellarmine to play his college basketball. Second one kicks out.
I'd like to see him get that up to about 75 once he's in college. As a guard, he'll have the ball in his hands a lot, and it'll make him even much more of a bigger threat.
Cash Johnson almost lost the handle. Perry. Long 3 by Perry. And the rebound, Surratt way up for it. Clears it away. Here's Wade driving, and he is fouled as he went in for the basket by Perry.
Marcus went to the top floor for that rebound and made a great outlet to get a transition break for Douglas. He's just a phenomenal athlete.
It'll be Thurman Wade at the line. 0 for 2 there tonight. Now he has one. You talked about the pressure from Douglas when Sayre has the ball, and you can, as you said, be patient and hang on to the ball, but that's different than actually running your offense, isn't it? They're just able to retain possession. They haven't been able to get into their offense very much.
Absolutely. Their pressure is really bothering them and forcing them way out on the floor and kind of keeping them out of the offense. And like I said, they're interchangeable on defense and switching all the ball screen action, which makes it even more difficult. I think they got to do a better job of being stronger and just playing with more force to get towards the rim, be able to run their stuff.
Wade had the second shot disallowed, a lane violation.
keeping them off balance, also mixing in a couple traps as well.
Tried to go inside to Corrigan, and that one goes out of bounds and go back to Douglas. (19-13). Surratt out front for Douglas now. Had a 31-point ball game against Bryan Station earlier this year. They rescued the ball after it was deflected in the lane, but there's a walking call against Wade, who was starting a drive from the right side.
Well, he's been a little hesitant to shoot that wide open three the last couple of possessions. I think he's go ahead and knock it down. He made the first one of the game, but he's been a little hesitant the last couple of times, and that time caused the turnover and travel.
Well, Sayre has the ball, down by 6. Caden Jones across the line. Kenji Berger looks for room. LaMonica with the defense by Jimmy Dick. LaMonica got a little bit of room and puts it in, driving down the left side of the lane. Shot out of the corner. Out there for Kaysen. Sayre has it. Spartans running it this time. Caden Jones, and now they'll set up. Gaines moves in. Down the lane, left-hander in the air and off the rim. Cohen with the rebound for Douglas. Off to Surratt, and he lays it in there from the middle of the lane.
4-point turnaround right there, man. Got to the rim, just couldn't convert, and on the other end, Surratt makes you pay. As I said, Sayre's doing a good job being patient on offense. They had a chance to run a little bit. I think they could have got an open shot early because it's kind of hard to get a good shot.
Nice move by Caden Jones and a good jumper. Lead is just 4 for Douglas, 21-17. Wade cans this one from the corner. That's a 3 for Thurman Wade, his second.
Nice shot, Wade. Shot that with confidence. I think he has to continue to do that for them.
Again, the pull-up jumper, and Jones has another one.
Jones, back-to-back baskets, getting in the lane and elevating over those guys and finishing. Great job.
Jimmy Dick was going to fire a 3, but he got on the sideline over there. So it'll go back to Sayre, and they're down by just 4 with 3:49 to go in the second quarter of play.
Coach has to be pleased, only down 4 with the ball right now late in the second quarter.
Here comes Caden Jones. Got it into Perry. The guards have to work hard on every possession, don't they?
Absolutely.
Facing that defense. Nice pass inside. The shot up and in by Berger. And the lead is 3 now for Douglas at 24-21. And the Broncos call a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout with 3:22 to go in the second, and we'll be right back on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
24-21 on the scoreboard now. Douglas with the lead, but Sayre Terrence is hanging right in there and doing the things that they want to do, and they have to battle that defense every time down the court, but they've done a pretty good job doing that.
Sayre's doing a great job competing, being patient. It's very hard to score on a set Douglas defense, but they're doing a good job of converting when they get the opportunities. I think they want to keep this game in the 40s and low 50s and have a chance to win it at the end.
There's Tate Robinson for Douglas, now Surratt. Robinson bobbled the pass. Now Surratt's going to try a 3. Too long, but there's Wade. Had it knocked away as he went up, and it'll be a held ball, and that will favor Sayre. Or did we have a foul called somewhere else?
I think he forgot to change the possession arrow.
Okay, it is the held ball is the call, but the possession arrow favors Douglas, not Sayre. So that has been fixed, and now the Broncos will put the ball in play. And it goes to Robinson. He's surrounded in there, but dribbles free. Now to Cohen, takes advantage of his 6'6" height, but can't get the shot to fall. And Sayre's got it on the rebound. They could tie on this possession.
And he's got to keep the ball high. Those guards for Sayre are doing a great job being scrappy, digging it out when he gets those shots.
There's the size advantage for Cohen on the other end with the block on the attempt by Berger. 2:42 to go before halftime.
Important 2-minute stretch here. If you're Sayre, you want to remain in the game. Maybe you can try to take the lead. If you're Douglas, you want to try to make a run.
Near steal by Surratt, and then the jumper offline by Gaines. Now Wade sets and fires off the front rim. Got a little out of rhythm there before his shot. So now Caden Jones in no hurry. You're patient, but you're looking for opportunities all the time, right?
Very patient, but like you said, you got to take the first good opportunity you get, and Caden Jones is playing phenomenal right now.
He is outstanding in this second quarter. Good player for Sayre all year, but he's having a great second quarter. We are tied 24-24 with under 2 minutes to go before halftime.
Now, if you're Douglas, it's dangerous to let these guys hang around because players get more and more confident as the game goes along, and then you're in for a dogfight to win.
Here comes Thurman Wade with him, and now he goes back outside. Bakari Talbert pulls up for the short jumper. Rebound to Cohen, but there's a foul in there. And that'll go against Cohen.
Foul against Cohen. That's his second.
Second one on Nate Cohen, just the first on the Broncos in this second quarter.
Sayre mixing the defense up a lot down there, and it's kind of getting Douglas off balance.
Now whistle stops play. We have a substitution for Douglas as we get Nas Gillespie into the ball game. Cohen goes out. Now the ball will have to be put in play from the side. I think the substitution should have been able to come in earlier. Is that the ruling? And
yeah, I think he didn't sound the horn for him, so official did a good job seeing it and stopping it.
Berger in trouble, but got rid of it to Gates. Douglas turns up the pressure. Perry inside, took an extra step as he was getting some strong defense from both Talbert and Nas Gillespie.
Douglas turned the pressure up on that end and got a good energy and caused a turnover.
Douglas, of course, would like to speed things up, and that's a good way to do it, isn't it, to turn the pressure up?
Yep, absolutely. I think they need to keep doing that and try to get Sayre back out of rhythm like they had him at first.
Driving is Wade, got it to Talbert, who was on the move. He puts it in, and he'll go to the line to try to make it a three-point play.
Strong finish by Talbot there. Douglas is going to have a little bit more ball and player movement on this end. Right now, they've been kind of a little stagnant, doing a lot of one-on-one. I think they're at their best when they're moving the ball and playing with a lot of energy.
Third team foul on Sayre, the first one on A.J. Corrigan. Talbot missed the free throw, but we're going to get a foul, I believe, on Wade. I think I saw number 0 signaled there. And now Perry comes back in for Sayre. And this will not be a shooting foul, of course. Sayre will have the ball going full court.
Looks like Douglas is going to stay in their run and jump defense, trying to create another turnover and speed them up, not let Sayre hold this ball for just the last shot of the half.
Will Johnson back in there. That's Caden Jones, who has done so much good work for Sayre in this second quarter. Tracked by Surratt, and now they go in and take it away. Talbert knocked the ball loose, and here is Wade ahead to Surratt, and you know what's going to happen there with Surratt by himself. And the Broncos have a 4-point lead, final 20 seconds of the second quarter. Rob Goodman wants a timeout. That comes with 19.8 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a short break as well and come back with Douglas on top by 4 here on Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
(28-24). Sayre Terrence is hanging right in there, doing the things they want to do, really executing, and they've been sparked by Caden Jones, too.
Caden Jones played phenomenal this half, getting in the lane, finishing, and knocked a couple threes down. I think they need to try to hold this ball and get a good look here going into the half. You don't want to go down more than you are now after you was just tied.
Of course, Douglas got a 3 at the end of the first quarter to extend their lead from 4 to 7. Now up by 4. The final seconds of the second quarter. Here's Caden Jones, finds Gaines for a good look, and he drains it with 5 seconds to go. Here comes Surratt for a final opportunity for Douglas. His shot is no good, off to the left. A three-pointer by John Gaines has closed the gap to 1. At the end of the first half, the score, Douglas 28 and Sayre 27. We'll come back and have our halftime report in just a moment on Glycon.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man of War Harley Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington. Visit manofwarhd.com.
Everyone who's donated.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, Keith Elkins along with Terrence Commodore. Jackson Miller is our producer tonight, and John Strange is our camera operator. And Terrence, we have seen Sayre hang in there from the very start. They've been patient on their offense, and then when they get a good shot, they've been able to convert, and they're defending pretty well against Douglass down here. And Douglass has not been able to get a lot of those transition buckets that we thought they might be able to.
Yeah, I think that goes hand in hand with, like you said, the way Sayre's playing in the half court, being patient, taking advantage of the easy opportunities they get when they have them, and if they don't, they're kicking it out and still moving the ball around. I think Douglass just got to do a better job of, I mean, we know what they're capable of when they get out in transition, but they got to do a better job executing in the half court if they, want to be successful.
Well, as a coach, you got to come up with the message at halftime. What do you think these coaches are talking about in their respective locker rooms? Murray Garvin has got a 1-point lead, probably expected to be a little longer than that.
Yeah, Coach Garvin didn't look too pleased going in. I think he's going to, get into his guys and get them woke up, try to get them going. Conversely, on the other end, Sayre's going to the locker room with a lot of confidence. He's going to come out and keep trying to execute what they're doing. I mean, they got a great game plan right now.
Right now, it's Douglass on top by